Okay, here we are. We now have the top cover off the little Target receiver. Let's have a look inside. Let's get a better overview of it. There it is. Looks very simple. A lot of surface mount components in there, of course. Let's see if we can see on the board here. You can see that. Okay, AJ Mully HF3 Mark 9. Now, there's obviously been a few revisions of this receiver. The new one I've got, incidentally, this is the used one that I bought. Although I've got a feeling this used one is a fairly recent model. Bearing in mind these things were produced from, I think, around 1995, 1996 they started making these. I've certainly got an old magazine with an ad-in from 97 with them. Or was it 96? But it's around there. The one I bought recently, the brand new one, looked to have been manufactured late 2015. And I've had the cover off that just to have a look, and that is also showing as an HF3 Mark 9, so it would be interesting to know what the changes were over the years with these things. AJ Mully presumably is the designer of this receiver, because there you go, you can also see that he's written the user guide, so that's where he comes into it. So I'd be interested in a little bit of the history of these receivers. Rear connectors, we can see the 12 volts coming in there. That's the fixed audio. Excuse the shakiness of the camera, but yeah, that's the fixed audio connector. And there's the back of the, I'm just going to focus for us there, that's it. There's the back of the RCA socket and the switch, which switches the 12 volt supply into it. That's the connector running to the speaker, and there's another couple of multi-way connectors, one there, and there's another one there. And I know there's one on the underside of the board because I've had the covers off the other receiver I've got. Looking at this, if we disconnect these multi-ways, we can probably then unscrew the front display plate. I think the whole front of the receiver will come off. There's 4 screws, I think, here. I don't think the lighting's good enough for us to see much. If I just take it from a different angle, perhaps. Let's move the receiver around. Here we are. That's better. So that's the tuning knob, the encoder, I suppose, the tuning encoder. And of course the LCD display is the other side of this. So at some stage we'll need to get that off to see if we can got a chance of getting anything in behind that. I've got some LEDs here, 12 volt LEDs. There's 3 of them on a strip. I'll just show you here. And they're quite bright actually. I've plugged them into my 12 volt supply, and they do show quite a good light. If I can get something like that in behind the, well, ideally behind the LCD display, but if not, I may have to try and light it somehow from the edge. But at least it might improve things a little bit. So that's something I want to try, and I'll keep you posted as to how it works. Speaker can obviously be disconnected there, but if I put an extra audio socket in, I can run the speaker wire from the new jack, which should probably go around here somewhere, and we'll have the options then of an external speaker or a headphones. The audio output from these rigs is actually quite good, quite strong audio, so I imagine it would sound quite nice into an external speaker. So that's the update with that. I've just noticed here, this is shown as an HF3/5. So whether it's, no, I didn't notice that when I opened the other one. I would guess that it's pretty much the same since the since it was a Mark 9, the new receiver. I think we've got a date here, and we copyright 2005. The other thing I've found out from a little bit of internet research is that the models of these produced before 2005 had a black rear panel. The models after had the red rear panel like this. The original models, the black panel models, didn't have the 12 volt switchable supply on the antenna port. In fact, if you look at the earlier ones, and I've got some pictures of an earlier one somewhere, that switch was an attenuator switch. You were switching in an attenuator there, but you didn't have the 12 volts on the antenna port. So those seem to be, that's certainly one of the differences. So there we go. Look back soon and we might find out a little bit more about this quite an interesting little receiver.